Welcome, one and all, to deck profile number 15. I was requested by username King to make a deck profile for my Blackwings deck. So let's go over it and I'll see how much strategy and combos I can let you know of. Starting off with 2 Blackwing Blizzard of Far North. Nice little tuner. I have a couple of level 4s here in Zephyros, Shura, and Bora, which I can summon to then tune with Blizzard into Armed Wing. I also have a couple level 3s that it could be used with as well. Bora, nice, strong at 1700 attack, has the piercing effect. You don't use it too often, but it has it, so it could be helpful, like if you combo it with the Sirocco's effect. Could be a nice thing to use. But the most useful thing about Bora is that when you have a face a Blackwing monster on the field other than Bora, so Gale, Sirocco, Shura, Zephyros, doesn't matter, you can special summon Bora from your hand to allow for easier synchro or Xyz plays, or just to spam the field with monsters and attack for a lot of damage. Arguably the best Blackwing out there, Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. It has the same effect as Bora in the sense that you can special summon it if you have another Blackwing on the field, as in another Blackwing, like a Blackwing that doesn't have the same name, but since Gale is limited, you're not going to have a Gale on the field unless you like creature swap the opponent's Gale. It's a level 3 tuner, which is helpful, but it also is able to, once per turn, half the attack and defense of one of his sub-monsters the opponent controls. So even a big monster like, let's say Blue Eyes White Dragon as an easy example, 3000 attack, normally you can't get over it. But if you, let's say, normal summon Shura, which is this one with 1800 attack, and then special summon Gale, and then use Gale's effect to weaken it, then you have a 1500 attack Blue Eyes. You can attack over it with Shura and get Shura's effect, and then still get a direct attack with Gale. And well, you can even get a direct attack with monster you summon from Shura, and then synchro still with Gale. So Gale's, and did I ever mention that the attack and defense halving is permanent? So even if you don't destroy the monster or send it back to hand or whatever, the attack and defense drop is permanent, so that's very good. Kalut, the Moon Shadow, a card that was semi-limited, I believe, for a while, but now unlimited since the March 2013 Forbidden and Limited list, I do believe. It's sort of like the Honest of Blackwings, only Kalut doesn't give the Blackwing, like, it only works with Blackwings and not with like an attribute. And instead of giving your monster the give it a boost in attack points equal to the attack points of the opponent, like Honest does, Kalut always gives 1400, whether the opponent has 500 attack or 3000. Kalut always gives plus 1400. Now, the advantage that Kalut has over Honest is that Kalut can be used during direct attacks. Honest requires you to fight an opponent's monster, but let's say the opponent has 2000 attack, 2000 life points, and you can attack directly with Shura, then normally they'd have 200 life points left and the opponent still has a chance. But if you then drop Kalut, Shura will be at 3200 attack points and will be able to direct attack for game. Now I have 3 Shuras, a strong Blackwing at 1800 attack, and when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon a Blackwing with 1500 or less attack from your deck. So that would be Vayu, Kalut, or Gale. Blizzard also has 1300 attack, but it cannot be special summoned. So that's why that one cannot be used. 2 Sirocco. It's nice to get a 2000 attack route if you don't have any monsters and the opponent does. And if you have your 2 Siroccos on the field, then combining their 2 effects on the same monster gives it an extra boost. Because let's say you only have 1 Shura and 1 Sirocco. If you use Sirocco's effect, no matter who you use it on, you'll still only have 3800 attack on the field. But let's say you have 2 Siroccos on the field, or 2 Siroccos and a Shura. If it's like in total, you'll have 5800 attack on the field. But if you use both the Sirocco's effects, let's say on Shura, then Shura will not have 5800 attack. It will have more. Shura will then have 9,800 attack because it gains 4,000 due to the first Sirocco and then 4,000 due to the second one. I have one Vayu, which is a level 1 tuner, but if it's face up on the field, you can't use it for a synchro summon. Now, this is a continuous effect instead of a condition like I originally thought, so you can negate it with skill drain to use it for a synchro summon, which is nice. But what you mostly use it for, and that's why I really only use one copy of it, because I don't like Vayu too much, honestly. Once it's in the graveyard, you can banish it along with one non-tuner Blackwing to special summon a Blackwing synchro from the extra deck with a level equal to the combined level of the monster you banished. So, but the problem is, Blackwings have a nice level 7 synchro, but I'm not running any level 6 non-tuner Blackwings. Do they even exist? Blackwing level 6, let's check. Possibly there's one, but then you don't use it much. These two. Yeah, you don't really use them much, and one of them isn't tuner. So you'd have to use Elfin the Raven to summon Armor Master, but I don't really use it very much. Elfin. So yeah, if you have it in the grave, you can banish it along with Sirocco to summon Blackwing Armedwing. Now, for a while, I've wanted a level 5 Blackwing Synchro so that you could banish it along with Bora or Zephyros or Shura to actually summon that level 5. Now we finally got a level 5 in a promo at one point, Blackwing Graham the Shining Star. The unfortunate thing is, it's a semi-Nomi monster that needs to be synchro summoned first before it can be summoned any other way. So it can't actually be summoned by Vayu, which I find very unfortunate. So yeah, we have Zephyros, one nice Blackwing that can be teched into other decks, because if it's in the graveyard, you can return a face-up card you control to the hand and special summon it. Now, the best combo with this in Blackwing decks is if you have any Blackwing on the field and then summon Bora or Gale through their effects. Return it to the hand with Zephyros. You do take 400 damage when you do that, but that's not much. So you have Zephyros back, and then you could just summon Gale or Bora, whatever you returned, right back to the field because of its effect, because you still have that other Blackwing and even Zephyros on the field. And would you do that combo with Gale, you can actually half the opponent's attack twice. So that is very nice. Dark Arm Dragon, I'm running quite a lot of Darks, not counting Dark Arm Dragon. 16 in the main deck, and then I still have a couple in the extra deck. So Dark Arm Dragon is pretty much a must, just like Honest is if you run a lot of lights. 3 Maxi, because I still see a lot of special summoning happening in this format. 3 Pot of Duality, I special summon sometimes, but not too much that this really stops me. Pot of Duality is really nice as a searcher. Black Whirlwind is back at Unlimited, so running 3 of them, they're working very well for me. Just that Thunder King Ryo, I don't know, even though it's limited, it stopped me in one of the duels, and that was so annoying. I couldn't make any plays just because of Ryo stopping the one Whirlwind I had. Otherwise, I would have been able to make so many plays. But Thunder King stopped Black Whirlwind, unfortunately. Same for Duality. 1 card for Black Feathers, which in a sense is like Allure of Darkness, but Allure of Darkness draws 2 cards and then banishes 1 dark, and then if you don't have any dark, you discard everything. But normally, unless it's in a Dark World deck, although, no, that doesn't make any sense, never mind. But normally, you'd only actually use Darkness when you already have a dark that you could banish. Cards of Black Feathers banishes a monster first, which has to be a Blackwing monster, but I have 16 Blackwings in my main deck, so that shouldn't be too difficult. And then draw 2 cards, but then I can't special summon that same turn. But just like with Pot of Duality, I don't use it. I don't special summon too often. Book of Moon to mess up opponents' plays, it's very nice. And in a sense, it can save one of your monsters from Mirror Force. Icarus attack. Oh, Mirror Force to destroy opponent's monsters. Icarus attack. If you have never played Blackwings or never played against Blackwings, be wary of Icarus attack because it is good. You've probably noticed that in duel. What was it? 119 or was it 121? Pretty sure it was 119 that I used the Blackwings in. Well, in the Blackwing duel, you've seen Icarus attack do a lot. Yeah, it's 121. But Icarus Attack did so much there. Icarus Attack is a really, really good card in Blackwings. Torrential Tribute to destroy opponent's monsters. Same for Bottomless. Solemn Warning to stop summons. 2 Fiendish Chain to stop opponent's effects. I'm debating whether to change it out for Breakthrough Skill, because I find that that's more useful. And Breakthrough Skill, when you use it the second time, like you activate the effect from the grave, it cannot be stopped by cards that negate the activations of traps. And yeah, you can actually use it 2 times. And if it's destroyed by MSD, which people quite often run 3 of in this format, you can still use Breakthrough Skill later, and Fiendish Chain is just gone. Fiendish Chain does stay for a longer time, but I think I prefer Breakthrough Skill, so I'll probably replace it very soon. Then 1 deck Devastation Fires. I haven't actually used it yet, but it can be useful if you have Blackwing Dark Monster with 2,000 or more attack, like Sirocco or Armor Master. In the extra deck, I have Ally of Justice Cataster and Grounded Shining Star as my level 5 synchros. Armed Wing as my level 6 synchro. Usually I'll summon it via Vayu and Sirocco, although sometimes I'll summon it with Blizzard and Bora. Haven't actually summoned HS Simuth yet, but I have it in there just to try it out. Black Rose Dragon is if you can summon level 7 synchros, Black Rose Dragon is a really good one to have because it can blow up the field if you're in a pinch. Blackwing Armor Master has good protection, cannot be destroyed by battle, and you don't take any battle damage from battles involving the card. Stardust Dragon, nice protection card. Dark End Dragon, you don't really see it very often, but it can be summoned in this deck. And would you happen to summon it, then it can help get rid of Dracosac. Yeah, because it doesn't destroy, it sends to the grave, so it can send Dracosac away even if the opponent has tokens. Then Blackwing Silverman, the Ascendants. I originally put it in because I wanted another Blackwing Synchro, but you barely ever summon it. You need 2 or more non-tuners and a Blackwing Tuner. My Blackwing Tuners are level 2 and 3, so the only way I can really summon this is with Blizzard and then 2 level 3s, which would be Kalutes, and I'm not going to have to Kalute in the field much, so I'm probably very likely going to take this out like tomorrow or something, or whenever I'm going to play with the deck again. Void Ogre Dragon, it was Kiryu's ace monster in the manga, and it's good. If you don't have any cards in your hand, then you can negate the activation of a spell and trap and destroy it, which is very nice. Sometimes you'll play with an empty hand, sometimes you not, but even then it's still 3,000, 3,000. It's very good in this deck, even better in Infernities, I guess, but also really good in Blackwings. Then as for Xyzes, I have Gaga Cowboy, Abyss Dweller, because dragons and mermaids are still a thing. So Abyss Dweller. I have Lavalval Chain to set up for some plays. Diamond Direwolf. A lot of people play Diamond Direwolf. I personally have actually never used it. I put it in there because a lot of people do, and I'm like, well, they're doing it for a reason, but I've actually never gotten to the point where I summon Diamond Direwolf. Like, they usually use it to, like, kamikaze into something else, but I've never actually seen myself doing that. I always play something else. And then Master Key Beetle, as a strong rank 4 monster, you can summon with 2 level 4 darks, and it can protect one of your cards, and in a sense, have that card protect Key Beetle. And you might want that, you know? I'm on 3 MSTs, I don't have them in the main deck. I didn't feel that was good for the deck, but I definitely have them in the side deck because I can expect a lot of back row. 3 Light Imprisoning Mirrors because I do expect to face some light cards here and there, like Bujins. Imperial Iron Wall, there's still going to be a good amount of banishing, I expect, like with Dragon Rulers. 2 more Deck Devs. 2 Vanity's Emptiness, haven't actually ever sided them in yet with this deck. And then 2 Starlight Roads. Now that Heavy Storm is gone, the main use of Starlight Road is gone, but there's still Torrential Tribute. Although there's only 1, there's still Dark Hole. But the thing you're probably most going to be using Starlight Road for is Mirror Force, because with a good amount of the staple traps going down in the Forbidden and Limited list, Mirror Force has gone up in use, so Starlight Road could be used for that. This was the deck profile for my Blackwing deck. As I said, I'll probably change a few cards like Fiendish Chain, Ascendance, maybe Graham, maybe Saimeth, but and Diamond Dire. But I'll see about that. It requires a bit more testing, and then I'll see what I will do with the deck. I will see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the deck profile. Goodbye.